It's not dietitian. It's not phlebotomy. It's not selling roofing jobs. If you're going to do sales, you need to do high ticket sales. Anything that's a product, or a product or a service, usually product, like expensive homes, expensive cars, jets, yachts, sailboats, because you get paid a commission based on the transaction. You sell a $10 million house, you can make several $100,000 in commission on closing that deal. Sales is sales. It's not that much different whether or not you're selling a TV at a stereo store or you're selling a freaking jet. Probably it's obviously different in some regards, but you're still.
But sales is sales.
Yeah, it's still the process of persuasion. Is what it is. So if you're going to do that, why not sell something that's going to pay you a higher commission? Now you just can't walk into the G7 dealership or the Rolls-Royce dealership and be like, yo, I want to sell some rollers, sort of thing. You probably need to move from like Honda to Acura to, I don't know, a German brand to McLaren up to, like Rolls-Royce sort of thing. And, sort of like know the products and develop a look and have a book of business and customers so that when you go to sell $1 million cars, you can be like, hey, I've got a client book of business. I've got, 800 clients. I attend these events monthly. I'm a member of the Toastmasters. I'm a member of Entrepreneurs Org. I have a client list and I want to, sell these cars and offer them to my client list, sort of thing. It's not complicated, guys. Like, when you're in the school of unplugging, go through the course material and study it, show up for the calls, ask clarifying questions. It's not going to, you're not going to make a vast fortune doing phlebotomies. You're not going to make a vast fortune, selling roofing gigs or chimney sweeping or pressure washing or any of those things, right? If it's sales, sell shit that's expensive. Otherwise, the other categories are C-suite jobs, licensed professionals, doctors, lawyers, accountants, commanding an audience. I've talked about that many times. Actor, musician, influencer, even, nowadays. Entrepreneur in STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths. I know guys in the FANG companies that are making $800,000 a year, $1 million a year, total comp. They're engineers, tech leads, and stuff like that. My preferred choice would be either entrepreneur, high ticket sales, or influencer. If if you can build up an audience, but all that's going to take some work. So you're going to put work into it anyway. Why not put work into something that's going to make you fat stacks of cash?
Yeah, I think it's a great point. Like if you're going to bust your ass, you might as well bust your ass if someone's going to make you rich. This is really short-term thinking. I could do like a 3 to 6 month study and I could make $9 more an hour. It's like, dude, if we're talking about like $9 an hour increases, we're just not thinking big enough. I mean, if you really want to make some serious money and you really want to change your life, and this guy's also young, I think, but these things that are, now if you're talking about being part of the family business and you're doing jobs and you're going to learn it and you're going to take it over one day and you're going to learn the ins and outs of an entire, now I don't know if the business is established, that's something to maybe think about, but yeah, to that point, I mean, it's never been easier to get good at something, put free content out there, create an audience, and then sell something to those guys or provide an area for them to come together and be a community. It's just, but yeah, to your point, it's like, it's going to be work. So get to it. But yeah, this whole idea of, I want to be part of the solution. I want to help people. I understand that, that's noble, but you got to do stuff that's going to allow you to win. Otherwise, just go be a public defender or go work in a soup kitchen if you want to help people. Do you want to make money? Do you actually want to do stuff that's going to put, money in your pocket and in your bank account? If you can do that while you help people, great. But take care of yourself and take care of the people around you first. This whole, I want to change the world thing.
If it doesn't pay well, it's just a hobby. That's what it boils down to. I like the art of bonsai. That's me. It's a peaceful hobby, pruning fucking trees back to make them look like they're large in a small pot. Is there a way to make a lot of money at it? Not really. So it's not a business for me. I just do it as a hobby. It's fun for me. It's peaceful. But there's other things that, you should be investing your time in that pay greater dividends. You can move the bar in people's lives. Basically, the greater the value that you create in somebody's life, the more money you can make. and it's not going to be draining blood out of somebody's veins every couple months.
Yeah, right on. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one here. I'm just going to get some of these tabs open. This is pretty simple and easy. Curious what you guys think the best ways to get in great shape or the best ways to work out. Is it lifting, doing sports, running, calisthenics, some sort of combination of all of them? What's your guys' take on this?
I think your best ROI is lifting weights, because lifting weights is strength training, it's cardiovascular training, you burn fat, you build muscle. It's probably the best bang for the buck. But if you want to get into something like combat sports and learn how to fight, nothing beats, getting in a fucking dojo and getting your face punched, So pick your poison. I mean, if you I think I would ask myself, what kind of physique do I want? Do I want to look like a runner? Do I want to look like a bodybuilder? Do I want to look like a fighter? Right? What is it that, what's the goal here? Right? Is there an end goal for this guy?
I didn't say. It's just what do you guys like to get in the best shape? What do you guys do to get in shape? Or if I'm trying to get in the best shape possible.
Body. So swimmer's body then.
Yeah,
broad
lean
shoulders,
muscle,
narrow waist,
broad shoulders, low body fat percentage, all the above.
Bodybuilding, whatever it happens to be. That's what you should do, and just fucking do it. The problem is most people just sit there and they procrastinate. What's the best way to get six pack of abs? What's the best way to build a strong? Just fucking go to the gym every fucking day if you have to. I mean, you're going to overtrain, but go to the gym, pick up heavy shit, put it down, eat well, rest, rinse, repeat, do it for weeks, months, and years on end. And before you know it, somebody will see you haven't seen in 2 years and be like, fuck, Rich, you've changed. You look awesome.
Yeah.
Just put in the reps.
Yeah, weightlifting's big. I think every man should be lifting weights. I think building lean muscle, it does so much for you. You talked about building muscle, you talked about burning fat, talk about, I think he's mid-30s, but he doesn't say. I just know who this guy is.
Heavy compound movement, right? Like squatting,
totally.
Deadlift, bench press,
yeah.
For sure.
For sure. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to. You really should be able to do those well into your 50s and 60s. I'm not saying you should be putting crazy heavy amounts of weight on, but you should be able to do compound barbell movements forever, right? If you take care of yourself and you do them right, you don't do stupid shit. But yeah, man, lifting weights, it's great against anti-aging as well. It's not even just about weightlifting is something that every man, I think, should be doing. It's hard, it's difficult, as long as you're doing the right things and getting in there and progressively overloading, getting stronger. You build muscle. The more muscle you build, the more calories you burn at rest. So you're going to be burning calories there. It's not as great for burning calories, actually doing the workouts. You can burn a lot more calories in a cardio or calisthenics workout, but it shouldn't be your primary goal, is to burn calories in weightlifting. It's just not really, it's a lot less than people think. But you can get away with the great thing about having muscle and having a really great muscular base is you can get away with being a higher body fat percentage if you got a lot of underlying muscle. If you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of muscle on your frame and you want to see your abs, you may have to get sub 10% body fat to see any sort of vascularity or any sort of muscle separation in your shoulders or your chest and pecs or your abs or whatever. But there's guys that have a ton of muscle on, and they can walk around at 15, 16, even sometimes 17% body fat and still look halfway decent, if not pretty good. So, yeah, I see this a lot. I don't agree with this at all, that Brad Pitt in Fight Club had the ideal physique. That dude was starving himself. He was, in my opinion, he was very lean, but he's very flat. He wasn't strong. He definitely couldn't put up heavy weight in the gym.
He was probably 150 pounds in that film.
It'll probably no more than that. He probably was no more than 150, 160 pounds, extremely lean. And I think there's people that said he was miserable. So yeah, if you want to waste away to diet down to that, it's just, you can look a lot better than that. You can look really great at 175, 180 pounds, depending on your height. So yeah,
say is an ideal male physique from a film or a TV show or something like that. If you could, if you aim for that.
See, I'm because I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, so I like being. To me, I think you would be something along the lines of Mark Wahlberg in Pain and Gain. Like, I think that would be something that's a little more ideal. Like, I like to be a little bit bulkier, a little bit beefier. Like, I'm not into the Brad Pitt Fight Club thing. I think even in Brad Pitt and Troy, he was small, but he was ripped up. And then you see like Henry Cavill in Superman. Like, again, I think I like to have a little bit, I like to kind of be bigger and be a little more imposing because I think that's just the type that I like to go for. And I kind of gear towards that. But I think that I'm trying to think if there's another example.
I think Brad Pitt and Troy is probably like perfect.
Brad Pitt and Troy,
like Reacher in the comments. I mean, Reacher's huge. Yeah. He's absolutely massive.
Yeah, and Alan Richardson,
230, 240 pounds.
He's huge. Yeah, and he's totally Alan Richardson has a fantastic
he's like 6'4", 6'5" as well.
Yeah, he's huge. I think honestly, like if you want to see a sneaky good physique, like if you guys look at Ben Stiller either in Tropic Thunder, actually like in I think it was Meet the Parents way back, the first one. Like if you go to that pool scene, they're playing pool volleyball, like he had abs, like he was pretty jacked, he was pretty ripped up and it was a comedy. So and in any case, like my question is absolutely lift weights for your heart and for cardio. Like get some cardio in there. It can be as simple as incline walking a few times a week, 30 minutes at a time. I'm personally partial, obviously, to MMA and fighting. Not just I don't do that really just to keep in shape. Like I do it because I like it and it's fun and it's hard, right? So, and there's really no workout. Like if I'm telling you guys right now, like if you think running is hard or if you think weightlifting is hard, like go take a wrestling class and box and do live goes and live rounds, and it is nothing like you'll ever do. Like you will gas out faster than you think. So yeah, man, all the above, but like. Do stuff because it's hard. Do stuff because it's fun. But obviously, like, I mean, I love to train. I train probably at least 2 times a day, sometimes 3, just depending on the workload. And that's just because I enjoy it. So people say Hugh Jackman, Chris Pratt. Yeah, there's some good ones out there, but Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. But like, again, you guys understand like the dedication these guys had to go through and the testosterone. So I don't necessarily think that it's, I don't know. Those guys you can aspire to that, but you have to understand that it takes the work that it takes to get there. Cause you're talking about like top 1% physiques.
Yeah. All right, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.